3, 2, 1, go! Hello and welcome. Today we're going a little further. It's day 287, so we're going 28.7 kilometers. Let's talk about motivation. I had a comment from a viewer asking me, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How's your motivation? And I was a bit, well, I'm feeling pretty good, but my motivation, and I talk a lot about being motivated and I love to be able to motivate others. But what on earth is motivation? So I have been thinking about that for the last 2.5 hours running today. And now I'll let you know some of my conclusions. No, I'm not a philosopher, I'm not a psychologist or anything. So let's see what I came up with. So first of all, we need a goal. We need a what. And my goal is very clear set. I need to run every single day for 500 days. And I need to add 100 meters extra every single day. So I have a very defined goal. Now the goal could be anything. It could be losing 5 kilos. It could be learning a new language. It doesn't really matter what your goal is, as long as you know what it is and it's defined. So this is our starting point. You have a goal. Then secondly, you need a how, you need a plan. And the better defined the plan is, I think the easier the goal will be to attain. My plan, once again, is very simple. It's very well defined. It's defined within the goal. Just get out every morning and run the scheduled distance. If you're learning a new language, the plan might be to have someone teach you every week and then practice with Duolingo. If your goal is to lose weight, maybe you make a diet that you need to adhere to, and so on. But just make it defined. I think that's very important before you can reach that goal. And now comes what is for me the tricky part. You need a why. Why do you want to reach this goal? I think it's important to have some idea of the why. Now, if you're going to another country, that could be your why for learning a new language. If you want to lose 5 kilos, maybe the why is that you want to be able to move more easily, or maybe you want to impress some person. If you want to learn the guitar, maybe it's because you want to play at social gatherings. Maybe it's because you want to earn money. Money can be a reason for a lot of things. My reasons for this project are vague. And I'm really struggling with this because I don't really know why I'm doing this. Is it because I want to create a great YouTube channel with a lot of subscribers, and do I want to earn money? Is it because I need recognition? Or is it because I'm at a place in my life where I need a challenge? I'm struggling with the why. Maybe that's okay. Maybe sometimes you're just doing things to do them. But I think it's a good idea to have at least an inkling of understanding of the why. Don't just do something because it can be done. Even though that's what I might be doing now. But the thing is, we were talking about motivation, and where does motivation come in all of this? And that's also a part I'm struggling a bit with, because you can be motivated for something that's easy, you can be motivated for something that's hard, but you can also be not motivated. What motivates me? I can start there. I'm very motivated by the comments I get on YouTube. I'm very motivated that people are encouraging me to stay the course, keep pushing, and so on. That really motivates me. That if I didn't have that, I would not be running right now. I can assure you that. So that's motivation for me. I'm also motivated by the fact that I'm actually rising on the Strava lists. The fact that I'm the third most running person in Denmark and in top 100 around the world, that motivates me. I want to climb higher on that list. I would love to be the person in the world who ran the furthest in a single month. I mean, that would be crazy for me if I, when I get to October, would actually top that list. I have never ever been the number one in the world of anything, and that would be crazy. So that motivates me. That doesn't make it easier or harder. What I think helps me a lot is that it's very all or nothing. Every day I need to get out and follow that plan, or I won't reach the goal. So my goal and plan is very much tied together. So that in itself is a motivator. Because if I fail one day, I fail for all the rest of the days. And then the entire goal is unachievable. But if you're learning a new language, what do you need to stay motivated? That's a lot harder, because it's not like you can't learn a new language if you skip a day or if you skip a week. Like, just postpone the goal perhaps, or maybe you need to work harder the next week. So how do you stay motivated? I think it's very hard to stay motivated if you're not really interested in the goal and if you don't really have a reason for the goal. So those things ties together, and I also think it's very hard to obtain a goal that doesn't really interest you. And that's where a plan can help you. Now, if you have a very strict plan and you adhere to the plan and you follow the plan, then you might be able to succeed in a project you're not really interested in. We're all doing things that we aren't really interested in. Maybe your job is boring. You have a task that you know needs to be done, but you're not at all motivated, but you do it anyway. So I think it's a good idea to actually figure out what could motivate you on the way to a goal. And as I'm talking, I can hear I'm separating the what and the how and the why from motivation. And that really annoys me, because that means that I have failed in actually helping anyone. So you can have a clear-cut goal, you can have a clear-cut plan, you can know the reason, but you don't need to be motivated just because of that. So where do we find motivation? I wish I knew. It's not very easy, is it? But now, first of all, I actually like running most days. There are plenty of days where I don't want to go running. And what motivates me is that I know I need to do it, because otherwise I can't complete this goal. And other motivating factors are the people who support me. Cheerful comments and the support and so on. That motivates me. Climbing the ladders on Strava, that motivates me. Getting more subscribers, that motivates me. So I have a lot of things that motivates me, but they are not as such a part of the what, how and why, even though they're tied together. So I'm very motivated to get all the way through this project, and I hope that I can motivate others. And maybe that's what motivation is. Something external that helps you along the way. You are all helping me getting through this project, and maybe I can help you and say, you can do it. Just set a goal, make a plan, and then go do it. I know that I'm motivating a lot of people to actually go running, and that's even further motivation for me, because I'm able to speak to so many people, and I can tell them that yes, it can be done. And if you go a little further every day, a lot of great things can happen. Whenever someone writes, "Oh, I just picked up running because I've seen your channel and I'm amazed at what you do, Lars," then I get happy. Then I'm motivated to go out running again and keep doing it. And maybe it's also a bit of positive feedback loop where I motivate you and you motivate me, and I can motivate even more people, and so on. I hope that is true. I know that I'm not very clear in my speech here because I don't really have a good definition on how to be motivated. Because can you actually decide to be motivated? Can you sit down and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be motivated? I think that's hard. I think it's possible to create a goal and set a clear-cut plan, and you can try to define your reason for that goal, and then you can start acting upon it. And perhaps along the way you'll be motivated by the progress you make, because you can see changes and you can see that that goal is actually within reach. That can be motivation. And then other people telling you you're doing great, you are pushing on, and you can keep pushing on. That can be motivating. And you can also have a mindset that you slowly change from, oh, this is hard, to I need to do it and I can do it. But can you create motivation on your own? Can you force motivation? I'm not sure. But one thing is sure, we can all find motivation, and we can all be given motivation. So I hope I can motivate some of you to go out there and do something you wanted to do for a long time but haven't done. Go out and do it. And with that, we've reached 28 kilometers and have another 700 to go. 700 meters. I'm sorry if my speech about motivation wasn't as clear-cut as I had imagined. When I had it all in my head, it sounded very reasonable, but it was a bit harder to formulate than I expected. But nonetheless, I hope you'll be able to figure out what motivates you and what you can do to find that motivation. I still think that having a clear-cut goal and a very good plan helps you a long way. Now, the run today was good. I did a lot of thinking about my own motivation and so on, and I think that's very helpful. It's always good to have a look on the inside and see what's going on. On the outside, it was very windy, so for the first part of the run I had a lot of wind I needed to struggle with, but going home it was a bit easier. But with that, I want to wish you a very happy Saturday and a happy Easter. I hope I see you tomorrow for 28.8 kilometers. And if you want to keep me motivated, why don't you subscribe? We're almost at 500 subscribers. Maybe add a comment, maybe add a like. I would appreciate it a lot. But nonetheless, I'll be here tomorrow, and I hope to see you then. Bye. Thanks for watching. 28.7 kilometers.